Hi guys, welcome to Two Up Top. I guess. Yeah, what a place to start. Shall we start with Man United? Shall we just get straight in there?
I reckon so, yeah.
Because AMORIM has been sacked, and it couldn't have come at a better time for two people that are about to start a podcast. It literally could not have come at a better time. Any thoughts, or shall we just wrap this whole thing up right now?
My thoughts. Well, I mean, where do you even start? I'm not surprised. Are you surprised, firstly?
I am at time they've done it.
Yeah, me too. I'm surprised at what it took for him to be sacked, given what's happened, I mean, we can go through it.
Losing to Grimsby.
The loss to Grimsby.
Some guy cut his hair for 6 years.
Yeah.
That helps.
I mean, is that the worst loss in my lifetime? It must be.
The Grimsby one?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've done it. They had a few like early 2000s, I think.
Well,
like
I wasn't really
like
born, mate.
Yeah,
so,
great
but
point.
Think about I mean, what 1.2 points per game, which is the lowest I've seen in my lifetime.
The win percentage is like 30.
They struggled against West Ham and Wolves, who were struggling themselves. It's like, this is what it took, really? A media outburst?
But I genuinely don't think you were doing that bad. I swear on my life. It were awful last year.
You have to explain that to me.
Like 15th. Yeah, but it's like you're looking
move
at Man
my chair
United.
closer. What do you mean?
You're looking at Man United and thinking, oh, it's Man United, so there should be this. It's same as Tottenham. Premier League's so close and points tally like shows it like that. If your recruitment is arse year on end, you are going to be crap. I don't think that Man United squad is top 6 worthy. And he's going to be 6th. At the time we was doing this on Monday, he's going to be 6th.
They're 4 points off 14th.
And, yeah, but they're also 3 points off Liverpool. You know, last year's title winners. I know that's not a good bar to set.
Liverpool have been awful.
Yeah, I know. But Man United's team is nowhere near, not even close to being on the same planet as Liverpool's is. Slot's still got his job.
How much money have Man United spent on that team?
Way too much. Yeah, but he's not going around picking players, is it? It's obviously a thing. He said in that interview, after, who did they even just lose to?
They drew with Leeds, didn't they?
They drew with Leeds. I thought they were better side, by the way, against a decent Leeds side in a big derby. And he's saying after game, he wants to be the Man United against Leeds, yeah. First half, especially.
I think I'd say second half. I think when 𝗧𝘂𝗃 came on, he changed the game. But other than that, it was average.
Regardless, he's come out afterwards and he's saying, "I am the manager of Man United. I'm not a coach." So he's not getting say on everything, is he? You know what I mean? He's been told, you're getting these players for this much. Do what you want with them because you're a coach. He's not a manager. I don't think he's doing that bad a job. Man United have got to accept where they are. They're not a top 4 chaser, definitely not. That squad is not top 6 standard.
I understand about the players and he's not particularly choosing them and having the final say, and he was vocal about that in that media outburst. But at the same time, you can't play the same formation and expect different results.
He's not been doing that, has he? Has he been changing?
Last few weeks he's played a 4-4-2 at times.
Like 6 defenders on against Leeds.
𝗧𝘂𝗃 and 𝗧𝘂𝗃 off top of each other. Two up top.
No!
Here we go.
Like, subscribe, baby.
We're only 3 minutes in.
Get in.
Yeah, he's been a bit more proactive last few weeks, but the last 12, 14 months, he's played 3-4-3. He's dropped Bruno back. He's completely isolated 𝗕𝗵𝗄.
But is that not because of the players that he's got are crap? Like, he's just using what he's got.
If they're crap, like Ugarte, don't play 𝗕𝗵𝗄. Is 𝗕𝗄 better player than Ugarte? Look down that lens. Look down camera 3.
I don't think it's that big a difference, really. You look at the strike. I'm not being funny. Look at the striking options that they've got. They're all pants. They're all pants.
Yes,
𝗧𝘂𝗃, he could be sat around this table wheels. 𝗧𝘂𝗃's arse, mate. He's not good at all. And you've got to play that as your focal point. 𝗧𝘂𝗃 is a 9.5, and it's skewed because he's shit. Like the players are rubbish.
He's not a bad footballer, 𝗧𝘂𝗃.
He's crap.
He's not a bad footballer.
Is he good enough for Man United? I know you could say the same thing about Man
Right now, yeah. Right now, yeah.
Exactly. Right now, AMORIM is doing a good job with Man United. The 6th.
You think AMORIM's doing a good job at Man United?
This season, I think he's doing better than... Better way of putting it. Right, I'm going to get clowned for this. Better way of putting it. Who could do a better job with them players than he is doing? Who could finish higher than 6th with them?
Glasner.
You're waffling. No way. Crystal Palace 14th.
What are you talking
Crystal
about?
Palace have arguably got a better team than Man United have. If you went man for man, Crystal Palace's team is arguably better than Man United's. 100%.
Yeah.
Keeper's better.
Yeah.
𝗀𝗃𝗄𝗃 better. Munoz is better.
Yeah, well, you argued, but I agree.
Arteta, you could literally name him forever. So you're saying that a manager who's got a team in 14th, I get this squad depth issues with Palace, but a manager who's got a team in 14th is better than a manager who's in 6th.
How many points difference between 6th and 14th?
Enough.
How many points? Say the points.
Enough.
How many points?
4.
4 points.
Enough.
That season Glasner had last year was unbelievable, and he's proven
by the way, I just want to put it out there, I do think Glasner is a better manager than AMORIM is.
You just said AMORIM would do no better than AMORIM's doing at Man United.
I don't think he would, but I think he's a better manager.
That's mental, isn't it?
I don't think he'd do better than
That is mental.
Why is it?
Oh my God, of course it's mental.
Why?
Look at the season Glasner's just had. How he's improved players. Look at the players he's brought in.
I agree. No, I do agree with you that, yeah, Glasner's a better manager, but I don't think that he'd go to Man United and make them better than that. I don't think anybody could go to Man United and make them better than what they currently are.
So what's the solution then? Just bin the club off, burn the ground? Like, we can't just call it there, call it quits.
Look higher up.
Just leave this. No,
they're going for a project manager that you sack after a year and a half, and there's an obvious improvement from last year. What kind of project's that? You know what I mean? Man United think that just because they are Man United, and I guess it's fair enough, it worked for Chelsea for chuffing 20 years, didn't it? If you don't succeed immediately, you're gone. But football's adapted since then. You look at Arsenal, everybody looked at it and thought, they're failing constantly. They're going to walk this league. If you actually give time to someone and let him bring his own players in, you might have got some out of AMORIM that I don't think they're going to get out of anybody else.
How much time are we giving this guy? What's it been, 14 months?
It was obviously crap last year, and it probably deserved to be sacked last year. I just think the timing of it and the reason for it, because he's speaking out about obvious problems at back end at club, that's reason that they've got rid of him, and that's not right.
I agree the board are a massive problem here, and the whole ownership model, everything, very similar to Chelsea, really. I mean, that happened, 4 days ago? It's a very similar story.
But do you think ฎ'Meska could go there?
No, I don't. Well, I'll come on to that in a second. In terms of replacements, who could come in? I was saying then before my top host put me off. I'm leading the line on my own. I'm the centre forward.
Go on then. I forgot what you were saying. I don't know.
We're going to replacements.
Nice. Really
had a really
good.
Great point.
Yeah, I bet you did.
How can I be like this?
There's always best points then when you can't remember them.
Yeah,
it must have been somewhat good.
Yeah.
We'll run about replacements. You would talk about Chelsea.
Well, yeah. Well, the managerial offerings aren't very good. It's probably the weakest
the available
it's been.
people who are out there. Yeah, but Zidane gets linked with every big club every time because of what he's done before. But these players need God. I'm not being funny. They are not good enough. Genuinely, looking at bigger picture there, who is good enough to start for Arsenal or Man City, a title challenger that plays for Man United? You've got Bruno, that's it. The squad is crap. The squad's pants. The miles are challenging for anything, and I don't think that's a manager issue, personally.
They are where they are. They've just sacked the guy. We need to bring someone in.
Well, yeah, but who is there then? Maresca's not going to do it. Maresca's been flirting with Man City. He's not going to go from Chelsea, who are miles better than Man United are, to Man United.
Put it this way. Break it down to like stylistic. Who would you rather? What kind of profile of manager would you want? A pragmatic manager, a young manager, like a Ten Hag or an AMORIM, a bit younger, more of a project-minded? Would you rather someone like... I mean, they've gone every single direction. They've gone Van Gaal, they've gone Rangnick.
But do you not think that's the problem,
they've taken serial winners, they've taken young...
Yeah, but then they go from one to other, back to other one, back to other one again.
So where are we now? They're back in a circle.
There's no consistency. Yeah, but they're going in a constant circle anyway. There's no consistency with anything. When you look at like other... I wouldn't even know to use an example here. Liverpool, for example... Yes, they're failing this season, but they had immediate success based on the fact that they went from Klopp to a manager who's fairly-ish similar to Klopp with them players. You know what I mean? They've not gone from Klopp to then Mourinho, two completely contrasting manager types. Man United go from one extreme to other every time and then wonder why they're shit.
Yeah, so you're saying the differences between the manager A and manager B is too far.
Yeah.
They've got so far to jump. Therefore,
they're not consistent enough.
No,
they don't give enough time.
I agree with that. But therefore, obviously, they're playing three at the back every week. Do you then go into another manager who's playing three at the back, like a Glasner, who I don't believe will leave Palace personally?
Of course he will.
I don't know about you.
Of course he will. He's not signed a new deal. His contract runs out in 6 months. For sure, no intention of signing it. Yeah, he's going to leave.
I look at Palace's intentions this January. I mean, they've signed Brennan Johnson straight away. Record transfer. You don't do that if he's going to leave, in my opinion. They're clearly backing this guy.
Disagree.
Right?
Disagree.
By the way, I'm not denying anyone will go to Man United. They're a much bigger club, one of the biggest in the world. I'm not saying he wouldn't go there, but is that the direction to go?
They're not going to. They wouldn't have sacked him now to leave it 6 months anyway for Glasner. I don't think Glasner's mad. I think they'll go abroad somewhere. I ain't got a clue. I didn't know much about AMORIM before he come in.
But if you were to say, would you go younger and more project driven, or would you go winner, maybe more old, maybe more? But what's
point in going for winner / experience when you've got nothing there that suggests they could win out?
No, but you need to suggest something. What's your suggestion?
I would try and go for a Glasner, maybe. I think he is better, but I don't necessarily think he's going to get all out of him immediately. Long term, I think he might do.
But you just said that Glasner wouldn't do as well as AMORIM.
I said I don't think he'd do better immediately with his team. I don't think anybody... I genuinely think you could get... If you took Pep from Man City to Man United, they're not finishing in top 4. What's the point? I mean, they're not going to do anything.
Do you honestly not think that?
No. Do you really? You think that team... Literally, the teams above them... Straight away, Arsenal, Man City, Aston Villa, Liverpool, Chelsea are all miles better personnel-wise than Man United. An absolute mile.
I agree.
Even Aston Villa are miles better personnel than Man United are.
Yeah, but for me, that's on how good the league is, not so much how bad Man United are. I think their squad's actually a bit overhated, personally. I look at that Leeds game yesterday. You watched the game, and you just said Man United were a better team. They had no Bruno, no Ahmad, who was fantastic a couple of seasons back, no 𝗕𝗏𝗂𝗧, who's been great this season and for Brentford.
Yep.
No 𝗕𝗥𝗔𝗡, who for me has been, up until injury, arguably in the team of the season.
Doing up against a newly promoted side, by the way.
I'm very aware. They were all missing, right?
Yeah.
Put them all back in the team, make the strongest team. I think it's overhated. I'm not saying it's great, but I don't think it's as bad as people are making it out.
It's worse than our top 5. It's worse than Newcastle's team by an absolute mile. I would genuinely argue you touch and go if it's worse than Everton.
I don't know about that. But
apart from up front. In fact, they're both useless up front anyway. Everton have got better midfielders
my point is,
and probably defenders.
Well, my point is his numbers, AMORIM, do not stack up with, for me, the team he's got.
I disagree. That's where we.
And it's stubbornness
So
for
we're
me.
at a crossroads. It's for me as well, though.
I rate stubbornness, actually, to an extent.
Oh, that's good. Good job we're doing this then, isn't it?
To an extent, I look at so many managers who come into Prem and it's like they're changing formation every week. They're being, if anything, too flexible and too adaptive. I like how he's got a plan and he wants to stick with it. Like, he knows what his end goal is. I look at Liverpool every week. I can't work out how we want to play. That's a big problem. But he knows how he wants to play.
There's extremes at both ends.
But he's gone too far.
Yeah, there's extremes at both ends. It's like Russell Martin.
Yes. He's got to change something there.
Yeah, but he has been doing. I think he's trying, but the players that he's got are ultimately crap, and I think that's where it lies.
But he's not trying. He's tried for 3 games. Not trying
That's
for
3
long.
more than some. Do you know what I mean?
Too late. It's too late.
But anyway, like replacements then, Maresca's not going to because he wouldn't have left Chelsea. He's obviously flirting long term for Man City job.
I agree, yeah.
So he's not going to go. Literally, who else is that? Xavi? Maybe. Has he even got a job?
To be honest, I think they should go more experienced.
Fabregas? No. Como?
No.
He's got this play style though, and everybody's bumming over.
Do you know in football, right, I've genuinely no interest in managerial appointments. I don't know.
No,
about
I
you.
don't care.
I
really,
like,
most of the time. But Man United, they're going to go for a big name, aren't they? You'd think.
But how did they look at the last 2 appointments?
It's just like, yeah, but AMORIM at least come with like 10 billion games won in a row in Portuguese league. It's like, he's the managerial 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗧.
Yeah,
that's what he is. It's Portuguese league tax.
I like that.
But yeah, Man, I don't know. I don't
Big
know.
trouble.
Yeah, everything needs stripping top to bottom. And I start with working class hero who owns club. He's a rat.
Yeah.
It literally looks like that guy flushed away. I don't like him. You know, main fella with big like jazzy outfit on.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Next,
You never seen Ratatouille?
Flushed away. You said rat.
Oh yeah, you've never seen flushed away though.
No. What, just describe it in 10 words or less.
Rat swims toilet. We'll move on. Anyway.
Next segment.